caindo.
Welcome back, friends. This is Wingsruler, and we are back with another video. Wingsruler'S are now officially, so pumped about this, a level 5 clan. So we have made the jump, we have made the rise. In 73 days, we have become level 5. We have 31 wins. And this is where we get a little funky. This was not in style. We do have 31 wins, but we should have 32. We had a bad war. Emotionally drained, mentally drained. You know what? We pushed like crazy. So basically, we had 34 wars in 73 days. That's 3 days off in 73 days. So we're talking about almost a month and a half, or 2.5 months. And yeah, we went, we pushed, we powered through. We defeated a lot of opponents, a lot of formidable opponents, a lot of opponents that really were taken by surprise by our skill and our prowess. So we had 4 perfect wars on our journey. We had friggin' 24 wins in a row. It could have been a lot more. Ultimately, we just had the one tie right before the day that Clash of Clans they did the update. We had a tie, and then that night they updated and took away the tie factor. So I mean, honestly, we probably should have been somewhere closer to 29. Okay, so. But it took us a lot of days in between, at least somewhere around 55 days in between our last loss. So we are here, we are back, we are level 5 now. Alright, all our donations are going to be maxed out, which is sick. All the Town Hall 8s with some max Town Hall 8 troops will now be able to contribute to the donations as far as war troops go. And as far as their just regular donations, okay? It's nice to be able to say, okay, well, I'm donating you, level 6 archers. I'm donating you level 6 giants, and they're not going to get poofed as soon as you walk into a base on a raid. So what we're going to do this war, given the light and the nature of just how this war went, honestly, we were severely outmatched. They had way more of everything, okay? They had Town Hall 10s, 6 of them. They were massive. These guys we were not a challenge for them. Not because any other reason other than the fact that they were just overpowering, okay? They had us overpowered base-wise, and they had us overpowered with their own experience-wise. So, yeah, 156 wins they have now. They are Asian, they are Chinese, so they have a very strong commitment to the game. As you can see, their personal levels are 154, 41. Like they're no joke, okay? They're just no joke. That's not saying that we didn't have a chance against them. That's just saying, you know what, they brought it, they had it, they were big time, and yeah, they made us look silly. It came to the point in the war we could have done a lot better than what we did, but we were more focused on getting max XP to push ourselves to the level 5. If we weren't going to win a war, we might as well just get our XP and get out. And it became quite obvious after about the 6-hour period when they were just absolutely crucifying us. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something different. We're going to go through some of our attacks, and we're going to try and break down where they went wrong and try to figure out and rectify how to make them right. I could go through a lot of attacks, to be honest. All right, but what we're going to do, we're going to show, first off, we're going to show number 9. All right, Big Gator. He's had a real rough go the last couple of days. What we're going to see here is a go-ho week, and we're going to see a fail. All right, and this is where it gets funky and ugly, and it can change the complete complexion of this game. Wall breaker fails. Wall breaker fails are brutal. Okay, they are. They're brutal. Okay, but there's a couple reasons why this raid goes wrong, and I'm going to explain to you why. So what you're going to see is you're going to see a golem come here and a golem come here. And then you're going to see them beating on the wall a little bit while a couple of wall breakers come over here while this archer tower is occupied, pulling the aggro, I believe, from this golem on this side. So what you're going to see is the wall breakers come out and no wizards over here, no wizards over here. The idea of a wide spread on your golems is to create the funnel wide and big. Okay, you want to be able to get your archer queen in here to take out these internal structures and have nobody want to wander around the outside. Okay, the whole idea is to get your kill squad, as many of your troops into the center as you can. All right, so what you're going to see is the golem here, a couple wall breakers come in. Unfortunately, 2 wall breakers are not capable of taking out a level 10 wall. Sorry, but that's just, it's the brutal truth. So then it becomes panic time. Now we got to get into the middle of this base somehow, and we didn't really want to use this jump spell at this point. We wanted to be able to break in. It's okay to have these golems pounding on these walls for a few minutes or a few seconds while you work on these. Okay, these are real low HP structures. Couple of wizards in between. Once this structure and this structure go down, all's well. Okay. I don't think that the spread needed to be so wide. It could have been a golem here and a golem here, and then wall breakers to break in here. Anyways, enough about that. Also, I mean, it's pretty easy just to drop a hog in behind these golems, just to take out these 2. All right, they're free structures. It's just pretty quick. Just pop, they're dead. These wizard towers probably won't kill those hogs. If you wanted, you could do 2 on each just to make sure. But you're going to see the wall breaker fail, and then with that, you're going to see the archer queen lives, and this raid goes for shit. So, as you can see, yeah, the golems are there. Wall breaker, boom. They hit it. They don't get in. These golems don't redirect. They are too far apart to redirect. So as you can see, now we've got wizards in here clearing out this area, but they should be taking out these outside structures. If that's not the only reason to make this funnel is to get into the base, okay, and to take out all of these inside structures here, here, and here. All right, if you bring your kill squad in here, wall breakers weren't really needed on this attack. A golem here, and then your jump spell. Boom, right over top of this area here, and your guys are going to go in. The golems are going to take out this archer tower. One's going to redirect and take out these 2 structures, or attack these 2 structures and preoccupy their aggro, and the archer queen's attention as well. So your wizards will have time to go in. Once they jump into this compartment, this will trigger the CC, and the dragon will come over and start targeting this golem. At that point, your queen can enter the base from here, and your king can get dropped once this golem has been targeted, and then it's off to the races. Okay, you gotta save a few of these wizards. If you're gonna bring this many wizards, they gotta be here for something. Okay, and really taking out a few structures is not necessary to have so many wizards to get into the middle of the base. This is why this raid went wrong. I'm not trying to criticize, but I'm just gonna, okay, so we're gonna play this. We're gonna watch as the wizards do. I mean, we've got about eight wizards out here taking care of these structures, and as you can see, it seems like it's kind of panic mode. Okay, so you can see this king is right out in front of everybody, and he's going right after this mortar, and guess what? He's targeted by balloons, king, and queen. It's lights out for him. Seconds. There's no way for him to stay alive. All right, so the Archer Queen does do her job, and she does rack up a pretty good percentage of this dragon. And the king goes down. The queen was a little preoccupied, but you're going to see the hogs have already come in, and the Archer Queen is still alive, and the dragon is still alive. Because panic mode sets in. Okay, the king didn't kill the queen, so it makes things very, very difficult. That's how this raid failed. Okay, your number one priority in this raid. None of this other shit here matters. Okay, none of these defenses in here mean anything. The only thing that means anything in this raid, the go ho wee, is eliminating this bitch right here and these CC troops. These hogs will not survive for seconds with that Archer Queen still alive. Level 18 Archer Queen still alive. Number one priority, get into the middle, kick her ass, kill these CC troops. Then we drop hogs all around this area and let them poof this base, okay? Heal spell here, heal spell here, heal spell here. Alright, you've got big swarms of defenses there, and so that's why that raid goes sour. Wall breaker failed to start, but wall breakers were unnecessary. Just yeah, keep working it, Gator. I know you got this strategy. I've seen you do it so many times. You're just overthinking things now. Honestly, these guys were tough. Their base designs, their layouts were tough. Yeah. Now, what we're gonna do? We're gonna look at number 11. This was yours truly, and what we're gonna see is we're gonna see two golems come here and here. They are going to redirect and go to this sweeper. But while they're doing so, these structures here are going to go down by a wizard to begin this funnel, okay? And then you're going to see a jump spell here, get into the queen, kill the queen. Problem is, you'll see. Okay, we're going to speed this up. As you can see, wizard here and a wizard here. This little head start on these two wizards is all you need to create this funnel, okay? And that's all that needed to happen, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, so the funnel was fine. Okay, waiting. The whole idea here is wait. Gotta wait. As you can see, I dropped a couple of hogs over here, just to try and just sneak in a couple while they weren't looking, and to extinguish some giant bombs. And I was successful there, but this isn't where the raid goes completely wrong, okay? So as you can see, golems destroy the sweeper, jump spell goes here, king comes down, queen comes down, alright? So, jump spell, boom, king comes down. Unfortunate for me, this wizard got targeted, and the golems redirected this way. So guess who's face to face with the dragon and the balloons? The king. And then after the king, with the golems in the wrong place, the queen gets targeted by the dragon. Okay, so what happened was the king went down too early, and the queen has to use her ability early, and now the hogs get trickled in. Okay, so as you can see, the spread of hogs comes over here. Heal spell is going to drop here, which is fine, but it should have been here as well right away. And that's where there's like 1-2 hogs left, and they're just getting crucified by the Expo. Poison spell. Okay, you can see this Expo is a large HP structure. That poison should have been dropped right there. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Giant bomb, poof. And this heal spell over here, premature or late, you be the judge. Honestly, the hogs were dead after that giant bomb exploded them. So, spell drop fail, king drop fail. If the king gets targeted by the CC, your raid is probably going south in a hurry, okay? Unless the base is severely overmatched by your troops, very weak base, it's not going to happen, okay? So this is going to be a long video, so don't get stressed out. that's where I went wrong with this raid. My Barb King went in. He got killed by the dragon. The Archer Queen was taken out, but the problem is my Archer Queen had to use her ability, so she didn't stay alive very long. We got wizards here still running around the outside. Golem pounding on the wall here, not distracting any defenses. Honestly, the hogs probably could have come in from this direction in the counterclockwise or in the clockwise manner, and yeah, the heals were in bad spots. Okay, I did not predict the routing of my hogs, and I did not see me hitting this giant bomb here. That's my fail. That's how it happened. Let's move on. Okay. 14. Also, my fail. Now we're going to break this thing down. Okay, we're coming in basically in the same spot, different base. Okay, so the CC gets lured. Because it's so far in here, we want these troops to be able to target out here rather than deep in the base when they've got all these other things attacking them. So you're going to see a decent funnel created. All right, you got your two golems here and here. Wizards on the outsides. There's not really anywhere for anybody to go. Some wall breakers are going to go in the middle, and these are going to reroute. But it does go south, and it goes south in a hurry. And here's why. Boom! You see, the wall breakers break through the wall. They ignite a giant bomb. Golems are on their way in, but the one golem got poofed. Okay, you see him? He went down to baby golems, to golemites. Dragon redirects, kills the wizard. The wizard's over there shooting at a wall. Well, Archer Queen, guess who's next? Right here. Okay, she's gonna. Oh, King. Yeah. Okay, so the king goes in. Now, late jump spell. If the jump spell is down, the king targets the queen. She goes down. Well, guess what happens? That was late because I was pissing around with the stupid dragon, and I had to use the Archer Queen's ability. So, queen's still alive. Hogs are going down. Okay, she is going to snipe. There's no worse defense for hogs than a queen. All right, dragon will poof them pretty good, but the Archer Queen will snipe the shit out of them. All right, and those archers were a little late taking out that Archer Queen, and yeah, she sniped probably a good 7 or 8 of those hogs. Bad heal placement, bad poison placement. The idea, the concept was good, but the execution was atrocious. So as you can see, the queen is wandering, and that's what happens with this raid. Couple hogs are left, but they have no heal spells. They have no nothing. Wizard's going to do massive damage very easily against those hogs. So that's how that raid goes south. Is a late jump spell. And like I said, this is a 3-star strategy. And with 3-star strategies, buddy, you know what? It can go south in a hurry. You can either look like a champ or a serious chump. Very easy to just have a tiny fail, and it changes the whole complexion of this raid. It goes from friggin' 100% down to 50. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at JDRO. Okay, so this raid confuses me. Alright, the strategy is sound. Obviously a new Town Hall 9. He's using level 4 hogs and level 5 archers. For some reason, some minions. I'm not really certain as to why. But I don't really understand why the archers either. But to each his own. Okay, that can possibly work. Archers are pretty good. The problem is it's pretty crowded over here. It's pretty crowded. They're not going to focus on the dragon right away. And the other thing, if you're going to do a lure, take him over here. Drop the archer first. Let him start working on this spell factory, then drop the hog in. But that's not the worst part about how this raid began. As you can see, with the key to bringing in a golem, the only purpose is to allow you to get in and kill the queen. Okay, and there's another purpose. If there's giant bomb locations in this base, we're going to look and see where they are. And I see one here, one here, one here, and I see some potential in here and in here. All right. Anything entering this side of the base is going to only trigger off a couple of spring traps at best. Maybe a giant bomb that might be trapped outside here. But anyways, this entry point should have came here. One golem is not enough. Okay, you don't need to be stressed out about not having enough troops. You need 2 golems. All right, but so what we're going to do is we're going to watch this. All right, you're going to see if this archer queen lives. That's a problem. Okay, number 1 priority as an attacker when you're using hogs or balloons is to take out the archer queen. With P.E.K.K.A.s and go wipe, you're looking at 2 stars, maybe 60%. If you're real good with your back end hogs or back end loons, you might be able to trickle in and do some surgical stuff. But as you're going to see here, we've already wasted almost 30 seconds. Okay, so you're going to see this dragon's going to get lured, and eventually he will get killed. Good job. Okay, down goes the dragon. Now this is the confusing part. Now the idea here is there is eight structures in here that all have to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 structures ultimately. That's going to make sure that these troops, this kill squad, don't go out here and don't go out here. They need to go in here. This golem needs to get inside here. No wall breakers to get him in. I'm not really certain as to the purpose of the golem if you're not going to try and get him into the center of the base. So the strategy works with the right troop combos. So any questions about it? So first of all, these archers are going to start killing these structures, okay? We need to have wizards out here and out here all along. They could have been dropped right off the bat. If we're going to make this our entry point, yeah, we're probably going to use a jump spell here, get in, kill the queen. Okay, she's probably going to end up going down because this base is weak. All right, so, but there's no reason to use that as your entry point. This is definitely a far more superior entry point. Come in here, take out the potential giant bomb locations, get right at this stupid bitch queen, and knock her the fuck out, man. Plain and simple. Just knock her out, and then these hogs can come in any which way you want, okay? Clockwise, spread them, both sides, 2-finger drop. I mean, whatever. There's lots of double giant bomb locations in this base, so a nice spread of hogs around this side and around this side, and you would have collapsed on this base. Heal spell here, and a heal spell here over top of the core. Would have been brilliant attack, but that's not how this attack went down. So we're going to see basically chaos. Okay, troops just come out everywhere. I don't know if this was a drop them and pray, but you see 20 archers here. You see 8 wizards, 10 wizards, and none of them have any specific destination. It's a hope and pray. All right, so we don't want to spray and pray on this. We want to have these wizards out here already creating the funnel. This cannon is too far away to target any one of these structures from an outside attack, unless it's a melee attack, and it's not. We've got wizards shooting from a distance and archers shooting from a distance. So this whole area should have been pretty well completely taken out. Instead, he takes out the middle. Okay, now where are these troops going to attack? They are not going to try to enter the middle of this base. They are going to try and find the closest structure out here. So as you can see, that's exactly what happens. Wandering troops, they're going to take out a couple of these structures, but they are going walkabout. Okay, there is nothing that's going to keep them into the base. Now these hogs are effed. Okay, you can see we've got 2 huge clusters of hogs. All right, and they are effed. And you're going to see a heal spell come down right here, and that makes no sense to me. You have one hit point damage structure worth worrying about, okay? This cannon here, level 10 cannon, isn't going to hurt anything. This level 9 archer is not going to hurt anything. This area, there's no giant bombs. There's no main concern. The reason for this heal to be here is beyond me. So you're going to see a heal drop right here. Okay, so these hogs are protected from limited hit point structures, but you got this one here sniping them. That heal spell is not going to help them. It's not. It's not going to make things easier. It's not going to do anything. Now that your kill squad is out here, this queen has free reign over these hogs, and she is going to take a lot of liberties, and she's going to fist them big time. All right, there should be a heal over this area. It doesn't happen. So what you're going to see here, it happens. Sorry, my bad. It does happen, okay? But you're going to see hogs explode in the center of this base, and yeah, anything left is uncivilized. Really, there was no chance at this rate, okay? There just wasn't. Wizards are needed. You only need maximum 8 wizards, maybe 9. But I'm using 6. I'm using 2 golems, 1 in the CC, 1 in my camp, and I'm using 6 wizards, 32 hogs, and you can surround and completely smother a base. The defenses are focusing on just individual troops. Wizard towers don't get to go full bore against your entire army all at one shot. Splash damage is significant when you don't have a heal spell. Okay, I'm just trying to give a breakdown. I'm not saying that the person was not smart. I'm just saying that you need to predict your pathing. You need to predict the spots where giant bombs are and will be potentially hazardous to your troops. You need to drop your heal spells leading your troops so that when they get to that giant bomb, they're full health. And when they're still working on the structure that giant bomb is protecting, they're healing after the bomb has been triggered. Okay, that's the key. Dropping the heal on top of it as the bomb's going off is not going to help you because chances are those defensive structures have done damage to your hogs already, leading them into that area. Okay, so that's why that base went down. That was 16. We are going to move to some Town Hall 9s. No, we're going to move to Gordo. Okay, we're going to explain why this attack did not go very well. Okay, so this attack, again, number 1 priority of the kill squad. Bring them into the queen. Okay, the queen is key here. All right, again, another person came in over here, but Gordo at least came in on the side where there was a giant bomb location that could have been destroyed by his kill squad. Didn't happen, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch. Golem Hog comes out, lures the CC. With the kill squad, with a queen, you don't really need to lure the CC. But no queen, this attack becomes very, very challenging. How you kill that dragon is, I mean, honestly, these guys need to be over here because all these structures are going to preoccupy those wizards, and these golems are just going to just turn to dust. All right, this dragon has major high ATK. You're going to see golem go down either side. Not a bad spot for them, honestly. I mean, line of wizards here does not help. Okay, honestly, we need 1 wizard on either side, and then you need, obviously, you don't have the archer queen, but she should go down in the center. This dragon goes down. Now, you're going to see, this is where this raid goes a little funky. Alright, archer queen's still alive. She hasn't even been touched. She hasn't even been, nothing's even close to her. Okay, so jump spell here gets everybody into the middle, but there wasn't really anybody left to get into the middle. Heal spell on top of that giant bomb location, that's good. Early heal spell over here. Keeps them alive going around. Unfortunately, it dies out just before they get to that wizard tower, which is doing massive quantities of damage all in one shot to these hogs, and they just turn to dust. Archer queen sniping all the way. Honestly, yeah, that is key in this. You need to push everything into getting into the center of this base. So you need to plan on how to do so. Your entry point needs to be, I would probably have suggested no wall breakers, jump spell here, get a golem here, let them beat on the wall, attack these structures here and here, put the queen in the middle, alright, let her take out the camp, take out this structure, take out that structure, then jump spell goes down, let the golems go into the base, then the CC will be triggered at that point, okay, and guess what, they're going to go into this giant bomb area, the golems are going to just take those out, okay, and then this queen is going to jump this wall and come over and try to kill your golems, along with the CC troops, while your archer queen, your wizards are all going into the center of this base. Again, number one priority in a hog raid, kill that stupid bitch queen, okay? If you don't take her out, your raid is over. It is 100% over. It's not your fault if, you know what, like, you can't predict everything, and these hog raids, they do go south a lot, because it all relies on them going where you want them to. The only way you can direct them to go where you want them to is a wizard on the outside of your two golems. Get them started on a funnel. You want to have structures in between the golems for your troops to go after, to get them to follow the golems into the base. If they have stuff outside of those walls, they are not going to go in and get stuff. They're going to go outside those walls and wander around. Their next closest target needs to be in the middle of the base, not outside of the base. That is how hog raids go south. Archer Queen seems to stay alive somehow and get punked. Okay, so we're going to go into a couple of Town Hall 8 strategies that went south. Sorry, I don't know how I hopped out of that. Let's see here. Right here. Johnny. Awesome Johnny. Okay, Johnny, this is a good strategy. This is a really, honestly, this is a pretty easy base. Okay, this is, there's only one double giant bomb location. Alright, this isn't a giant bomb. This is one giant bomb right here, one giant bomb beside the king, one giant bomb inside that cannon. So you're going to see the CC lure out. Okay, problem number one. Archer anchors here. Okay, what we need to do is we need to anchor here or here. Alright, these are our two structures that are going to cause your troops to wander at the end of the raid. And this is time is going to become a factor. Time is already a factor when you're doing a CC lure. So what we want to do is we want to drop an archer here or here as our anchor point. This way, this CC is going to take a while to get out there. That structure is going to be down. So when you do drop your archers and you do drop your dragon, this CC, this little builder hut is not going to distract them while they should be killing the balloons and the dragon. So, and it takes out this area. So now your troops have free reign to move around this base and then take out a couple of these other builder huts around the edges. Okay, but at least they're not going backtracking on that builder hut here. So what you're going to see is CC lure, decent. Okay, kill, solid. Alright, hogs come in. Now, heal spell here, ideal. But, watch. Guess what? Those hogs are almost dead already. And they're taking power. They're taking pain. They're taking everything with these skellies. They got this Tesla working on them. They got Archer Towers working on them. They got Wizard Towers working on them. And these hogs did not get part of that. If you're going to drop hogs like this in front of this area, you need to notice that there's a defensive structure here and here. All of these hogs are going to group up. So this heal spell needs to be in this area here so that everybody can take it. You can see this wizard tower is going to do damage. Look at all of these partially green numbers, and they just got into the base. Okay, these partially green meters here are showing how much damage has already been taken from one shot by the wizard. Okay, so the wizard tower should have been guarded by this heel spell. This heel spell should have been closer to this air defense, basically pretty well right on top of it, so that these hogs jump out of here into the heel spell, and then they start healing. They're full health when they break into the base. So you know there's going to be potentially a giant bomb there, so that's where that heal spell should have been, on top of that air defense. Now, why is that on 2 times? Okay, we don't want that. Okay, so not a bad poison. Problem is, you got like 20 hogs there. The structure is not going to take long to go down. You need a bit of a bigger area, a bit more defenses. You need to hit a double here. Right over here in between the mortar and the air defense would have been decent for the poison spell, because you got some skellies here and some skellies here, and groups of hogs here and here. They're going to hit this archer tower, and then they're going right into here. Those skellies would have been poofed, and then a heal spell in this area here, over top of the like in between the CC and the gold storage would have been fine, because this wizard tower would have been ganging up on all of these hogs while they're trying to take out these 2 structures. And then they're going to jump over to here, and then they're going to jump into this giant bomb location here. So as you're going to see, oh, I did this again. All right. Now, heal spell was late here. They jumped out long before they ever had a chance to heal. All right. So now they're going to jump into a giant bomb location, and he's only got 1 heal spell left with another giant bomb location right here. So you can't cover them both. All right. Boom. Hog dust. All right. We got bacon. We got bacon everywhere to bits. All right. So that last heal spell is covering those 2 structures, and guess what? Another giant bomb. Poof. Lights out. Skellies are going to take the rest of these hogs down pretty easy. It's unfortunate. It was a good attack. The spells were wrong. Okay, King should have came down a little earlier. It's okay for the King to distract these defenses. If that's what, the King should come down before those hogs do. Take some of the attention off of the hogs going through the middle of this base. As you can see, there's still about five defensive structures here. So, I mean, sometimes just, oh, damn, I missed my spell. I didn't get it in the right spot. And that happens. It happens to everyone. We're human. We are trying our best to predict where our troops are going to go. We know where the giant bomb locations are going to be. Sometimes we get too excited and we drop it too early. Sometimes we get too caught up with what our king's doing or our other troops are doing, and we just a half a second late on the spell. That's what happens. Okay, so I mean, these are good players with just a bad run of luck in this war. Planning wasn't terrible. The planning wasn't terrible, honestly. It was just the execution wasn't ideal. So we're gonna go to number 20. Where are you? There you are. Spanky Sir did a great job on this attack. Ultimately, everything was pretty well according to plan. Looked like a giant bomb location was tried to be triggered in this area. Not sure if there was one. We're going to find out soon. Good job on anchoring in the corner. The builder hut, it makes it easy to isolate the dragon and actually target the dragon. So dropping the dragon first, I don't like it. I like dropping a couple of barbs. Like one here, so the dragon takes out one, and then it takes out the other. That's just what I like. I like this dragon to be full health, because if it hits one friggin' air mine, it's going down after this. And as you can see, the air defense does take it down. Now, here's what I think I see with you, Spanky, is you're not committing to the attack. This isn't a real good spot to put like what I would have done on this attack is I probably would have done a line of hogs here that would have taken out ding, 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 these 3 structures, and then they would have moved into the base. Then you could have dropped a heal spell here. We haven't even come close to these major splash damage structures. over here. So we don't need any heal spells because you're only losing one hog, maybe two. One hog, maybe two. So string of hogs here, string of hogs here. Alright? So then once they're dropped, they're gonna work well, that probably wouldn't have worked out that well with the string of hogs because they all would have clumped on this cannon. But it could have been a real wide string. Then it would have moved into these two structures here. Heal spell on top of here. Heal spell on top of here. And then one big heal spell right here where there's potential giant bomb location. That's how this raid goes properly, okay? But the delayed drop of the hogs is really only good for weak bases, honestly, because you need to take down these structures faster. These wizards are going to do a lot more damage than the ones that you're used to attacking. We need to get them down. I would typically do like a two-finger drop, and I would just go, I would probably, maybe just one finger, go straight around here like this, and just get all of this area completely surrounded by hogs. Let them make a big wave across this base. By the time they get to this wizard tower area, they're going to have just jumped out of a giant heal right over top of that air defense, and they're going to be full health. Another heal right here, and then another heal on the other giant bomb and wizard location. It's key to get them at that wizard location because those wizard towers are going to do some splash damage. It's important to do so. Try and plan and watch for it. Typically, your giant bomb locations are going to be near those wizard towers. So, just food for thought. All right, that's why some of these attacks went south. Yeah, I mean, we had some great attacks. I would love to show them, but honestly, this video is probably like 40 minutes long already. I just want to try and help people break out of slumps. So I think overthinking things is part of what's going on here, and maybe a little bit of underthinking too, plus a little bit of head trauma from the massive workout that we've been going through for the last 70 days. So I know you guys are great attackers, and I know you're going to bounce back off of this, and you're going to show the world that we are boss. So we're going to kick this next clan's ass. Another level 8 clan, but means nothing to us because we're going to be level 8 soon too. So anyways, you know what? We kick some ass. Let's go. Wings Rulers, keep clashing.